Hello, today we're going to be looking at replacing the wheel bearing on a 2007 Chevy Corvette, but this procedure should work for pretty much any C5 or C6 Corvette. In this particular vehicle, whenever I turn hard to the left, I get a really bad popping sound in period with the rotation of the wheel when it gets to just one spot where the wheel rotates, which is an indication that the wheel hub may have failed. One of the more likely reasons why you might be replacing it is one of your wheel speed sensors have failed, and that wheel speed sensor is integrated into the hub. It can be kind of a tricky procedure, but it's not too bad. You just want to make sure you observe all the torque specifications and take your time, because the suspension in this vehicle can be very sensitive if you've got anything that's loose or out of spec even just a little bit. So let's get started. First we need to jack up the car, support it with some jack stands, and then remove the wheel. We have the wheel removed, and now we just need to remove these two 21mm bolts right here to remove the brake caliper and rotor. And after removing those 21mm bolts, we were able to remove the brake caliper, which I have just suspended from a bungee cord back here. It's critical that you don't allow the brake caliper to hang by the brake line. That'll damage the rubber brake line. I see some people use zip ties or whatever. You just want to make sure that you have the caliper secured and completely out of the way. After removing the caliper, we were able to remove the rotor. There's a tiny bit of a lip on there, so it can be hard to get the caliper to disengage sometimes. And then also the rotor was further secured by some annoying little clips here, little lock washers that hold on the rotor, and those can be difficult to get off, but you just kind of spin them around and pry them off and they come off eventually. With the brakes completely removed, next we're able to work on the tie rod end. And the best way to get this disconnected is just to unscrew this nut until it's flush with this stud right here, and then we're just going to tap on it with a rubber mallet to break it loose. Nothing too vigorous. If you don't have a rubber mallet, you can just get a little 2x4 block or something like that, just to soften the blow. And again, we don't want to make sure we don't damage any of the metal here. We just need to break this loose. And we got the tie rod end removed here. It was a little bit trickier, or more stubborn than I expected, and I irrigated it with a little bit of a PB Blaster, which I'm a big fan of. And I'd recommend using it on any bolt or nut in this procedure that you find a little bit challenging. Next we're going to do the lower ball joint nut, which is just behind the wheel hub, facing downward. The stud's facing up, the nut's facing down. That's a 21mm. And we have that lower ball joint nut removed, so we're going to be able to separate the lower control arm right here from the wheel hub. And in order to do that, we just use a 2x4 to soften the blow, make sure we don't damage the metal, and a good sized sledgehammer to separate the two assemblies. We're off to an exciting start. And after a lot of tries and failures using the 2x4 to try and soften the blow, it had not come loose. So what I ended up doing was just using the sledgehammer directly on the control arm, which I'm not a fan of with these aluminum parts, but with a few whacks, I was able to get it loose without any damage whatsoever to the control arm. Just try and be careful and be gentle, but sometimes it's the force that gets it loose, and sometimes it's the vibration from striking it metal on metal, and that's just what it took with this particular guy. So with that stud out of the way, we're now ready to get straight to the wheel hub itself, and there are these T55 fasteners right here, and to get them I've just got a breaker bar with an adapter and then a T55 socket, which is kind of an unusually large T55, so make sure you've got one of these in your kit before you get started. So let's get them removed, and then also make sure that you disconnect your ABS wheel speed sensor so you don't damage the connector when you remove the wheel hub. And after removing those T55 fasteners, we have the wheel hub assembly, and I've got this new Moog wheel hub assembly, which I think is one of the better assemblies you can get for a reasonable price. And basically we're just going to do everything in reverse order, paying very close attention to all of our torque specifications, but really nothing special in the reassembly, so we're just going to step through that right now. And we have those T55 fasteners torqued down to 96 foot-pounds to get the wheel hub assembly secured. The remaining fasteners are going to have Allen inside keyed studs with the nut that goes down around it. And to get those started, you're going to need to put an Allen in on top, just like that. In this case, the lower ball joint assembly has a 6mm interior Allen with a 21mm nut, and you'll just need that to get it started. And once it's tight enough, the stud won't spin at all, and then you'll be able to do your final torque with a torque wrench and a socket. And we've got that lower ball joint torqued down to 52 foot-pounds. And this tie rod end is a mere 33 foot-pounds. Make sure we get that torqued in just right. Alright, we've got everything buttoned back up. We attached the brake calipers with 122 foot-pounds of torque, some serious torque on there, almost as much as you can possibly put on them. And then it's easy to neglect the lug nut torque spec. The torque spec on this is 100 foot-pounds. Make sure you don't just zap them on there with the impacts. I always recommend, getting them on there as high as you can with it in the air, then put it on the ground, tighten it with a star pattern, and then tighten it down to 100 foot-pounds. So that's pretty much all there is to this job. As you can see, it's really pretty straightforward. I recently had a friend get quoted at a shop for a C5 Corvette for $700 for this procedure, which really blew me away. I mean, they're probably doing an AC Delco wheel hub, which is almost twice as much as what I paid for my Moog wheel hub. I'd probably rather have the Moog wheel hub if I had my choice. But still, easy to save a lot of money on a very simple procedure like this if you have a wheel speed sensor that's out, or you're getting some strange noises when you're steering, or have some excessive vertical play in your wheel, any indicator that you have a bad wheel hub. But that's pretty much all there is to it. If you have any questions, feel free to post them on the video, and I'll do my best to try to help. Thanks.